Hey, Arlene, what's going on?
Hi, John.
What's up?
So I'm calling today. I am a police officer. My husband's a police officer. We have a 16-month-old little boy.
Oh, man. That's a lot of chaos and a
yeah.
lot of chaos on top of some chaos, man.
Yes. And I work.
What
ahead.
shift do you work?
Thankfully, I work day shift.
Good for
I
you.
work 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Y'all work 412s?
We kind of. The easiest way to explain our schedule is 60-hour work week and 20-hour work week, and it flip-flops. So the 1 week I only have off Wednesday, Thursdays, and the other week I only work Wednesday, Thursdays. So my 60-hour work week is a lot.
Yeah. That makes family planning really tough.
Yes. So
What does husband work? What's his shift?
His shift during he works Monday through Friday, so he has the 8-hour shift.
8 hours. How do you get that shift? Whatever. That's another conversation. Okay.
So I'm up for work around like 4 a.m. I leave for work around 5, and then I'm home around. Lately, it hasn't been to almost 7 because the town that I work for is extremely busy and chaotic. So by the time I get home, I'm very much mentally drained, and I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to give more energy to my husband and my son. But right now, our communication between me and my husband are lacking, and I ask him to do simple things around the house, which, it seems to be getting better, like helping with our son. But then it just kind of feels like I'm the stay-at-home mom and I'm the working mom.
Yeah.
And after coming home from work and not having any energy left to give, like I just feel like every time that, I'm not being helped, it just feels like it gets worse. And kind of a little backstory is my mom was an alcoholic, and I cut off contact with her. She's passed away, but so I feel like I overdo a lot of things to kind of compensate to not turn out like her.
Do you think you're going to?
No.
Okay. I want you to let that go. Take your left hand right now. I want you to squeeze it as tight as you can. Squeeze it really hard. Dig your fingers into your palm for 5, 4, 3, 2. Open your hand up all the way. Let that story go. You're not your mom. Okay? I don't want you bringing that story into your home.
Yes.
Obviously, there's some new baby friction, and there's 2 police officers trying to make differing schedules. That's a tale as old as time. By and large, is your husband a good man?
Yes.
Okay. Is your baby healthy?
Yes.
Okay. Has that baby turned everything upside down in your home?
In a good way, yes.
Well, it doesn't have to all be good. I love my 2 kids more than life itself, and they blew my whole house apart.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So, I'm going to say something that's not really politically correct, and I'm at a point now where I'm more interested in solving problems, okay?
Okay.
I want you to sit down with your husband and be crystal clear about what specifically needs to be done and how and when. I don't think your problem is one of, let me just say it this way. You're working 60 hours doing an incredibly demanding job. If you leave the house at 4 a.m. and you roll in at 7 p.m., you will have nothing left to give, period. You need to let Arlene off the hook for that. And when you feel those pangs of, I miss my baby, I want to be home, I want to be doing other things, I want you to own, this is the life I've chosen for this season.
Okay.
And, okay, does that resonate? Does that hit home?
Yeah.
Because a lot of
Yeah.
times I get home after being on the road and being this and this, and I'm tired and I'm worn out, and nothing with, like, I road patrol, nothing like what you're doing. Zero things, okay? But I get home and I'm just worn out, and then I see my daughter come downstairs, and I'm mad that I didn't get to see her. Or I'm mad that my house is moving on. It feels like without me. It's not, but it feels that way sometimes. And then I just start poking at everything.
Yeah.
I want you to own, this is the job. This is the life I've chosen. And then on top of that, here's part 2. And this is me just being as honest as I can. This is my story. This is a story of countless men that I've talked to in this very same situation who have a newborn. I didn't know what I didn't know. And when I would try to Google stuff, it was so overwhelming, and there was so many thousands of opinions and articles. I didn't know what to do, where to start. I just knew that whenever I tried to do a thing like wash a bottle or warm something up or feed, whatever I did it wrong. I remember the first time I changed diapers, I thought I'd crushed it, and I put the diaper on sideways or so, I don't know. I just remember I was embarrassed because I was a grown man with a doctorate degree, and I should know how to do this stuff, and I didn't know how. I never babysat anybody. I never been around kids.
Yeah.
And so there was a lesson of, it was very unsexy, and it was very unflattering. It was uncomfortable for everybody. But my wife sat down and says, here's exactly what needs to happen and in what order. And once I got that, I loved it. And by the way, my 16-month-old wanted nothing to do with me around bedtime.
Yeah.
And he screamed and screamed and screamed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to fix anything. I tried. I texted my friends and they couldn't help. I didn't know what to do. And now I've come to learn it's just a season. But they don't want me. He didn't want me. He wanted his mom.
Yeah.
Right? And that was just an uncomfortable, sucky part of that age bracket, that age time. My wife taught night classes. If she taught graduate school at night. And so there was 1-2 nights a week, and it was just me and him. And every night for a year and a half, it was miserable. It just sucked.
Yeah.
And I, as his dad, have to keep showing up. And I have to keep showing up. So your husband's got to keep showing up. But also, it was really helpful when she told me how and what to do. Because I didn't know. I just knew I have this screaming baby that I love who hates me. And I didn't know what else to do.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah,
and again,
fair.
you may tell me I'm already doing this stuff. Most of the time, somebody comes home at 7 o'clock. They're worn out. There's dishes in the sink. The baby's still up, right, or whatever, or they're watching TV together, and Dad thinks they're having the most amazing moments ever.
Yes, yes.
And you're just thinking, oh God, tomorrow morning's going to be hell because this baby has to sleep, and baby hasn't eaten yet, or has eaten, but the bottle, like you're pumping, and the bags are still in the whatever it looks like. And so you say things like, I need some more help around here, or I feel like I'm doing everything, and your husband's thinking, what are you talking about? I didn't go do this. I didn't go do this. I turned down this, and here I am, and I'm doing this wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Is that ring a bell, or am I out to lunch here?
No. That's very on point.
Okay. This is going to sound like you are solving a problem that you did not cause, okay? All I'm interested now is let's just get to the solution here. Let's don't go through, well, you should have known, oh my gosh, and this is toxic masculinity. Let's blow by all that, okay? Here's what I think an awesome thing would be. If you sat with your husband and said, I'm recognizing that no one ever teaches young men how to handle babies. And I also understand that I can turn this season into a failure factory. You don't feel like you're doing anything right. Would it be helpful if I just started listing out the things that would really be honoring and a blessing to me when I got home at 7 p.m. after working 12s? My gut tells me is he would just start crying. If male cops could actually cry, he would start crying.
Mm-hmm.
I know they can't physically. That's an inside joke. But if you think that would be helpful to him?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Now let me ask you a harder question. Do you still like your job?
I love my job.
Okay. I want you to let Arlene off the hook.
Okay.
Because you're beating up Arlene, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you love your job and you love your baby. And everywhere you go, someone's telling you you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I worked really hard. I knew when I was younger the two things that I wanted. I've always wanted to be a police officer, but I've always wanted to be a mom.
Okay.
And these are the two things, and I knew it was going to be hard. I just didn't know that, I want to make sure that me and my husband are okay, and I knew that we've been trying of different ways to communicate. It's just not working, and I don't want to keep feeling that feeling of resentment and anger and me being so exhausted.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep
7 p.m. or 4 a.m. after a 12-hour shift is not a good time to, quote unquote, work on your communication.
Yeah.
It's the worst time.
Yeah, when there's no brain cells left to give.
Correct. And he knows that. And an 8 to 5 shift is no joke either, right?
Yeah.
Now, if he's working at a desk and you're working the beat, there's got to be some friendly competition there. I get that. But, but like, both of y'all are zonked.
Yes.
I would love you guys to hire a college kid or a high schooler to come over on Saturday mornings and play with the baby for 2 or 3 hours, and y'all go to breakfast every Saturday.
Yeah.
Or y'all go to breakfast on Wednesday mornings, and he can go in an hour late, and I know he can do that. And that's when you work on your communication. How are you? How can I love you this week? What is one thing I can do in your life to just make your life so great right now? Is there some things that you're seeing me do with a little baby that bring you so much joy, and there are other things that I can do better?
Yeah.
Can you imagine how great that would be over time?
Yeah.
Okay, let's plan for it. The same way every day you go through your entire belt to make sure you have every radio and your taser and your firearm and all. Let's be that intentional about setting aside time so that you and your husband can talk. And y'all can plan, you can dream, you can check in. Because your whole life is different now.
Yeah.
And most people wake up, you get pregnant, everybody cheers, ah! And then you close your eyes and you wake up and the kid's 16 months old.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yes. Yes.
Is there anything I can do to help you guys out? Y'all are my people. I love what y'all are trying to figure out and pull off.
No, it helped me a lot today. I mean, I've just been, I've asked him multiple times if he would go to counseling, and he's been stubborn. I mean, recently, it was actually just yesterday, he said, okay, fine, I'll go to counseling.
Here's what I've got for you. I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to give you one of two things, okay?
Okay.
If you and your husband can make it to Nashville for Valentine's weekend, I'm going to give y'all a pass, a couple's pass to the Money and Marriage Retreat that me and Rachel Cruz do on me.
Okay.
You'll have to get yourself here. It's an $800 ticket. You have to get yourself here, and you have to get some hotel, but I'll hook you up with the marriage retreat for the whole weekend.
Okay.
If you can't do that, on October 29th, Rachel Cruz and I are doing a virtual money and marriage event that you can do at your house, okay?
Okay.
We're talking about money, about figuring out travel and holiday nonsense and communication. And I'll give you that for free too. I'd love to see you guys in person and honor you two here in Nashville, but I know that can be a chore. But if y'all can get here, I'd love for you to be my guest. And if not, then I'm gonna hook you up with the Money and Marriage date night. Is that cool?
Yes, that would be greatly appreciated.
All right. I got you. Hang on the line here, and we'll get your information. Taylor will get your info, and we'll get you hooked up, okay? And you can talk to him about travel and all that kind of stuff, and if it's in your budget to make it down here for Valentine's Day. And it's a blast. Otherwise, you can just be there at your house. But y'all are in a hard season, and I want you to know you're not screwed up, you're not broken. It's just about resetting. We got a new marriage now. We got a new life now. And let's live in reality. There is no more of me left to give. I gave it all to my community from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. I got nothing left here. That's why we have partners. That's why we have community. So, husband, here's what this could look like. Will you join me? And that never works at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. That works on Wednesday mornings when y'all have a once-a-week breakfast. That works on Saturday mornings when there's a college kid watching your baby for a few hours and y'all go for a walk, you go get coffee, you go do something. For everybody listening, we've got a new Money and Marriage date night virtual event October 29th. You can attend from the comfort of your couch. It's a 2-hour event. It's going to be some cool parts of our Money and Marriage getaway, including talks from Rachel Cruz and me about budgeting, goal setting, working through every season as a team, how to deal with the holidays and navigate it with your family. There's going to be a lot of Q&A with me and Rachel. So don't miss this one-night refresh for connection and communication. It's $39, but after October 6th, it will go up and get silly expensive. Just get it right now. Go to RamseySolutions.com/events. RamseySolutions.com/events. $40. It's $20 each. Y'all can sit at home on the couch, put your feet up, put the kids away, and Control Alt delete some things.